Hi, everybody. This is Steven, or Husky to Healthy on YouTube. I just wanted to do a little recap. I think last time I talked to y'all, my surgery date was going to be on May 5th. That's still holding true. But I got some lab results back, and well, some of it's discouraging, some of it was to be expected, and I've had to make a couple of changes to prepare for surgery. Um, One of the things is I had multiple vitamin deficiencies. I had low potassium, elevated liver enzymes, which they required me to go have an ultrasound on, and I'll talk about in a little bit. Low protein, um, and my vitamin B12 level was low, and my vitamin D was severely low. They wanted me to start taking calcium and a multivitamin. I guess I'll go ahead and talk a little bit about my my B12. Uh, it's about 378, and it's saying here the average is about 211 to 946. But I started taking the under the tongue drops, which taste absolutely horrible, but it is what it is. Um, my vitamin D deficiency was really kind of scary. I know that Sally on Sally Cabernet Queen talks about vitamin D, and if you have not ever seen Cabernet Queen or heard her talk about vitamin D, do it. Do it, do it, do it. Just do a search on YouTube for Cabernet Queen vitamin D, and she has an excellent vlog about that. But honestly, read up. Read up for yourself. There's a lot of conflicting views. I think Sally's right on target. And, but anyway, for me though, my vitamin D level, which is supposed to be somewhere between a 32 and 100, was a 10. Um, yeah, so way lower than was supposed to be. They put me on 5,000 milligrams of vitamin D twice a week for 8 weeks. I thought that was a big, huge thing. Apparently, that's what they do to you when you're vitamin D deficient. They give you that big thing. The only thing is, it's D2, and D2, from my understanding, which correct me if I'm wrong, breaks down and is absorbed through your intestines, not your stomach. So that's why D3, dry vitamin D3, is so much better for you because it breaks down in your stomach rather than your intestines. Again, read up on it. This is just a recap. I'm not talking about vitamin D the whole entire time. Um, Most people are vitamin D deficient, whether that's the new thing for this period of time. Before it was nobody was getting enough vitamin B. Then it was nobody was getting enough vitamin C. Now it's D. Maybe it'll be E next. Who knows? But all I know is that I'm vitamin D deficient, and that I am currently taking vitamin B12 shots, 50,000 milligrams of vitamin D twice a week for 8 weeks. Then I'm going to be switching to about 1,000 milligrams dry D3 every day or every other day, along with multivitamin. I haven't started the multivitamin yet because there's so many out there, and I really liked what I was taking before, but it's going to be too large once I have the sleeve. So I'm trying to find some chewable or gummy vitamins that have close to the same dosage. But another interesting thing is we live in a world where we want it now, we want it fast, and we only want to do it once. Well, I was reading up about, your urine turns bright yellow when you take vitamins. Well, it's certain vitamins that cause the urine to turn yellow, but my understanding, again, you research it yourself. You're an adult, most likely, and you have a responsibility to take care of yourself and your health and find out what I'm saying is true or true or not for you. But for me, it will seem like it'll be better to take a multivitamin that's broken out twice or three times during the day. Because in my mind, what it's saying is if I take a multivitamin that is too strong or too many nutrients in the first in the morning, and then I dump out whatever I'm needing. Is it really lasting? Am I really getting the effects all during the day? Well, if I take it many doses throughout the day, maybe my absorption rate will be better. So that's just the way that I'm going to pursue it. Had my ultrasound done, going back to what they wanted me to do. Turns out, no surprise, I had a fatty liver. I'm on some other medication that makes my liver enzymes be quite high. And so I wasn't very shocked to see that information. There didn't seem to be any hazing or fuzziness in my gallbladder, so that's good. Downside, not very happy. My surgery is May 5th. Yes, I'm being a whiny little baby, but men are whiny little babies. You know, uh, I have to go on a 10-day liquid diet. Um, do I want to? No. Do I need to? Yes. Am I going to do it? Yeah. I'm going through all this. I know they got a very limited space to work in between the liver and the stomach and blowing up your stomach full of gases, and the liver's fatty. So buck up and do it. I have a very, very good friend who's like a brother to me, and he has his weight issues too, but he's doing really, really well as far as losing weight, and he's offered or volunteered to go on the weight diet, the liquid diet with me. And not only is that just really touching, it just, I'm really glad that I have that support. But so that's what's going to wind up happening. I'm going to go on The World According to Eggface, and on verticalsleevetalk.com they have The World According to Eggface is like a food blog, and she has great recipes for people who are going through weight loss surgery, and she's got a whole section on different shakes, different protein shakes, which is great. And then on Vertical Sleeve Talk, they have a whole food, nutrition, and vitamins section, and there's a big section where one of the girls, I can't remember her name right now, so please forgive me. I want to say that it's Vicky or Kimmy, but I probably got it wrong, and if I did, I'm so sorry. But she has a whole listing of different things that you can add to kind of break up the protein shakes so you can actually have some flavor. And I think that's the main thing that most people have a problem with is, you know, we want to have a full, rich life, and for so many of us, food just enhances life. It enhances, time you spend with your friends, and we're so scared of losing that. So I think it's real important, for me at least, is to have very diverse tastes, and not get into a rut, and not get bored, and not have every single shake I taste either be vanilla, strawberry, or chocolate, or banana, or some combination thereof. I mean, she has some. The World According to Eggface, she got some crazy stuff in there. She got some mango stuff. She's got some, just all these different flavors. You find what works for you. Try it out. If you don't like it, yeah, go on to something else. I've also started buying the sugar-free Italian little syrups, so I can kind of play with the flavors a little bit. On weight loss surgery, I'm sorry, on Vertical Sleeve Talk, in the protein shake section, there are about like 20 or 30 different combinations, and use common sense. If you've got a band, you can't have the diet root beer smoothie whatever, because you know we're not even supposed to, as vertical sleevers, have carbonation because it expands your stomach. Well, use common sense. And but anyway, I think the hardest thing is going to be for me is I like the crunch of something crispy, and going on a liquid diet 10 days beforehand, and then being in the liquid phase, then going through the munchy phase is going to be interesting. but he'll be a healthier, stronger, thinner, happier. Well, he'll be happier when I can have something crispy, but a healthier and better me for the most part. So I'm just going to do it. My pre-op meeting with the doctor is going to be on the 27th, and my mother's coming down on the 4th of May. She's going to stay with me for a week because I have this sweet little Boston Terrier sleeping next to me named Tallulah, who thinks she's a human being. And then I have a big 65-pound chocolate lab named Bo, who thinks he's a baby that likes to actually lay up on my chest. That I'm trying to wean him slowly off of that before I have the surgery. But she's gonna come over so she can help me with walking the dogs. And I'm a pretty tough cookie when it needs to be. When I'm sick, forget it. I'm a big old whiny baby. But as far as like pain tolerance and stuff, I'm pretty good about that. And if I need to buck up and just do it, I can do it. Don't like to, but I can do it. So she's just going to be with me for about a half a week to a week. She probably wants to stay the full week, but I'm going to take 10 days off before I return to work. And I'm just really looking forward to it. You know, part of me is nervous and apprehensive, but you'd be an idiot not to be. That's just human nature. Change is always messy, and so we'll see. I'm sure there's some other things I wanted to talk about. I did a response video to this excellent video that Bandit Wendy did, and called Retail Therapy. Look it up. And then Lil Lil Stomach did this response video that just really just touched my heart. And I did a response video to both of that, and that's on my page, but it's also on there. But if you get a chance, you should really, really, watch it. I think that we all struggle with our own private battles, but when we really strip it down, we all have the same fears of, you know, will we be loved? Will we be accepted? Are we enough? Regardless of what we look like on the outside. And that's what I got out of it. They didn't say those particular things, but that's how it touched me. And who knows how it'll reach you, but get involved, get active, blog, vlog, respond to people, encourage them